Good day, Gambia. Good day, friends of the Gambia. Well, it's a journey. So I guess journeys do come with hurdles. And hurdles must be addressed as and when they come. But see, messages do often get lost in translation. That's a fact. Then again, sometimes messages can be encoded in a subtle way where people just want to say what they really mean or intend to say. Well, as we're all aware, the president was in Turkey. And his speech in Turkey was a bit troubling, to say the least, because Gambians expect a lot from this new leadership. We expect a U-turn from the past. Mr. President may not be happy with most of his critics, but we're not trying to criticize him because we just don't like him. Oh no, we love the president. Well, because he is our president. And so long as he's serving the interests of the greater good, I guess we're on the same page, irrespective of our political ideology or affiliation. But it was becoming unbecoming of a president, rather, to utter such a statement as per where were you when Jammeh was around? Where were you when the UDP was fighting? Mr. President, just a reminder that each and every Gambian paid the ultimate price to usher in the new Gambia. The kid who lost a mom or a dad to Jammeh and Jammeh's henchmen not only paid a price but sacrifice. So they were there, and their pain, sorrow, and anguish may be something you won't understand. Mr. President, the families of victims who lost loved ones, the Data Hyderas, the Koro Sisais, the Solo Sandangs, and many other, the Almamo Manes, paid an ultimate price. And yes, they were there because they went through anguish and still going through anguish, waiting for answers from your administration. So they were there, need not ask, where were they? Mr. President, equally, the people who lost a livelihood, lost properties, paid the ultimate price to usher in the new Gambia. Need not ask them, where were they? Mr. President, the Gambians that lined up under the hot sun on the 1st of December to really give you the mandate you enjoy today, paid a price to usher in this Gambia we're living in today. But see, you have to understand one thing. Democracy may be messy, but it has rules. And these rules must be respected by all, including you, Mr. President. See, a democracy is something that fosters divergent views. And divergent views don't mean we hate you, Mr. President. It doesn't mean we don't endorse your presidency. It means we have a voice. And we will exercise the rights that come with that voice. And equally, we will be mindful of the responsibilities inherent in such a right. Notwithstanding, Mr. President, your interest of building a new Gambia is our interest. I therefore hope you can see your critics as partners in developing and building this new Gambia. I do hope you get to understand your interest is our interest. Your success is our success. The promised land we all want to go, called the Gambia, will only come in if you, Mr. President, understand the fact that you have a responsibility to galvanize the nation. Make us feel like a seamless entity called Gambians, and that can only be ushered in if you see us as part of you and we see you as part of us. Gambia will never be monotonous in terms of ideology or orientation, but Gambians should be and must be monotonous in terms of destiny. The destiny of the Gambia, as it now, lies solely and squarely in your hands. Where you take us, whether it's going to be doom or prosperity, depends on you. And I do hope you're trying to take us to prosperity and the promised land. But Mr. President, please, please, do Gambians a favor by first thanking us all for the reason why we have a breath of fresh air today. There is no monopoly of ideology, and no one is more entitled than the next citizen. The few that are being critics of what you're doing have a right. And Mr. President, if we follow your train of thought, we can equally ask you, where were most of your ambassadors at large and some of your political appointees when Jammeh was around? That's not the direction we want to go. And that's not the direction the new Gambia needs. The new Gambia needs a fostering environment, a conducive environment where the marketplace of ideas thrive, where we share what we think as it relates to where we want to take this Gambia. But we can only take this Gambia where we want to take it if tolerance, the appetite to understand divergent views, and the appreciation of the diverse cultures and ideology that resides within what we call the Gambia are appreciated by the political class, starting with the Gambian-in-chief, the President of the Republic. So, Mr. President, to err is human, and it's only human beings that do such mistakes. You're forgiven, but forgiveness comes with atonement, and that atonement comes with looking at the very people you looked at and said, where were you? To give them a better explanation that maybe your utterance were taken out of perspective, or you went overboard because of an emotional inclination. And we will understand, because we're humans. We do the same thing you've done. But just to keep silent is an endorsement of the very error you have perpetrated on the Gambian people. We collectively suffered a lot, and we collectively should build this nation. And in building this nation, you'll have different ideologies, and it will be great if you respect, appreciate, and understand where each and every Gambian is coming from. See, leadership is not difficult, but leadership comes with tolerance. You are the shepherd of the flock we call the Gambia. Where we will end up depends on where you will take us. And I do hope you want to take us towards a path of reconciliation, towards a path of prosperity, and towards a path of creating a new modern state that is not divisive, but very inclusive. That is not only inclusive, but tolerant. That is not only tolerant, but liberal as it relates to ideology. Mr. President, the Gambia is yearning for positive leadership, because she has suffered significantly over the years. Mr. President, the Gambia is looking for a unity of purpose. Our unity of purpose doesn't want to know where we were. It wants to know where we want to go. And in good, decisive leadership, a leader can tell his people or her people where he wants to take them. And I do hope you will take us to the path to prosperity. So where we were when Jammeh was here is irrelevant. Who fought for Jammeh to be ousted is irrelevant. That was a political decision led by political leaders. The conscience and morality in us should allow us to accommodate all, irrespective of their efforts towards ushering the new Gambia. Mr. President, njiit day uuf. Mr. President, nit ku nekk day juum, te yaakaar naa ne danga juum, te juum te du wees, waaye it xoolaat askan bi ne leen maa ko waxoon waaye jubluwuma ci woon lii, dina gën a tax ñu naw la. waaye laaj ñu fan ngeen nekkoon bi fi Yaya Jammeh nekkee di def ay garaawaalem. yóbbuwuñu fen, te dëkk bi dafa soxla pour dem. ñetti fan, ñeneenti fan ba juróomi fan Gambien yépp amee benn wax bi amaluñu njëriñ. ndaxte tey la xale yi gën a tumuranke ci Gambia. waxambaane yi amuñ xëy, jàng jeexal amuñ liggéey, jànguwaay yi doy na waar, lopitaan yi doy na waar, bunti koom-koom yi nasax nañ. Mr. President, am na lu bari luñ mun a wax, waaye nag yaakaar dafa diis. teñ am yaakaar ci yow, bul nangu yaakaar tas. te Birima su génnaan di wax ñu ne su waxee ren tu waxaat ba déwén. te yaakaar naa njiit waxam warul di bari, te su waxee rek dafa war a nekk luy njëriñ askan bi. waaye bu fekkee ne njiit dafa wax ñii gisee seen boppa boor bi, ñii gisee seen boppa boor bi, réew ma du teel a dem. te gaal gi Jammeh daf ko nasaxal. Mr. President, jéemal nga ngemba ñu mun a jóg dox. sonn nañ, te yaakaar comme ni ma la ko waxee dafa diis. kon nag fañ nekkoon ba fi Jammeh nekkee ak lañ def amul njëriñ. Gambien yi ne seen cere ji dafa wow, siimal ñu mu tooy ñu mun a lekka. Gambien yi ne dafa bëgg a am prosperity ak avancement. ñun ci loolu la ñuy dox, Mr. President, te yaa ñu ci war a jiite. suñ feebar du li fi Jammeh defoon, loolu weesu na. te meew mu tuuru duñ ko for dugalaat ci leket. won ñu fi ñu bëgg a yóbbu moo ñu gënal fan lañ newoon ba fi Jammeh jógee. waaye nag suñ yaakaar rey na ni ma la ko waxee. jàppale ñu mun laa jàppale. jërëjëf.